Good morning. I wanted to make this video. It's mostly directed at teenagers, but it can be used for adults as well. I would like to encourage teenagers. I see a lot of teenagers here just roaming the street where it isn't right now. Some are going in the store and stealing for food. Usually food to sell, not to eat. Which is a shame. When I was 14 years old, I bought my first house. Well, actually it was a trailer, but it was mine. It was my house. I worked on it every month. And actually, when I finished, it was a 7-room house with cathedral ceilings in both my bedroom and my living room. It went from being a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. I had a huge laundry room where it was also my furnace and the hot water tank. Point is how I got it. I was very determined. I knew it would take a lot of hard work, and I did just that. I worked very hard. Actually, by the time I was 14, I owned my first house, a car, a pickup truck, and a motorcycle, because I worked hard. I grew up a logger, so I mean it kind of made it easy. We did logging, we did cedar oil, we did firewood, we did pulp that went to Canada to the paper factory. We did lumber. We had a sawmill. We did greenhouses, big gardens. We didn't limit ourselves. No, my dad always expressed to us that we could do anything we wanted. Or keeping in mind it needs to be legal. So I worked very hard at those things. I also I had my first patient when I was 9 years old. So I also made a little extra money there. We went hunting and fishing for food, so that was taken care of. So we just, depended on ourselves. For the stuff we needed. And if I can do it, all you teenagers can do it too. Now, there's, one thing my dad did was he would look around, and that's what you gotta kind of do. You look around, because there's a lot of side hustle things you can do to make that extra. You just gotta be willing to do it. Your side, where I'm from, your side hustles, what had been working in the woods, gardening, fruit, sell fruit. We live near an apple orchard. During the winter, you have snow plowing, shoveling driveways, snow blowing people's yards for them. Then during the winter, of course, you got yard work, cutting grass, plant gardens. You have the food to sell off. You can sell the plants. You can actually just start plants and sell them to people. my dad would look around, see if there was a need. He knew some people that liked to do like flower arrangements and stuff, so he did a lot of dried flowers that he could sell. We used to buy goats, and we would take them from where we live down to Oswego, where the mutt farms were, and there was some Filipino and Mexicans, and different, a mixture of people who love goats. So we would always get a really good price from them. So extra money, how so? So all you have to do is look around and find what people need or want and try to cater to that. It's not a lifetime full because eventually you run out of people to sell to, and then you gotta, so don't limit yourself, keep other ideas coming. We had tree nurseries that we sold little small sensible picket fence, they call them. And we sold a lot of them and a lot of cedar in general to the Indian reservation. Sometimes it was for money, sometimes it was for fish, which fulfilled the food needs. But there's like so much out there that you can do. You can do bicycle repairs. I mean, the list is endless. And I really wish some of these, and I don't know, maybe it's just a laziness of a generation or an area, but I really hope you take this advice and try to get something going for yourself. We used to go out hunting too, or like I said, hunting and fishing. And even then, afterwards, I had actually had an issue with something later, and so I couldn't take a regular paying job. I had 6 kids who I raised myself, and I kind of ran my own business. I had several clients. One lady, I would go clean up her house, and before I knew it, I was paying for her. I was cleaning her house. I was taking care of her garden and her yard, and weeding her garden, her flower gardens, and it was like a variety. One day, actually, I even went and got a bat out of an upstairs room for her. She called me, she had a need, and I went and took care of it. So then don't limit yourself. I had another lady I used to go clean for her. Then we also did some work at the church together. That I didn't get paid for. I didn't want to get paid for because to me I was storing up treasures in heaven, which is where God was us to store them. And then we also worked in the woods some. I had another client that I would go clean her house, and then she needed other stuff like a barn being torn down and stuff like that, so I went ahead and did it. Another one, I had to clean her house, cook her supper, and take care of her kids till she got home. And she had 2 very rambunctious kids. I gave them the lowest amount. Yes, I'm working a little bit lower than everybody else, but I'm getting more people. And the more clients you get, then, later if you have like a lot of clients, then maybe you can boost up your price just a little bit. Well, yeah, you gotta kind of look at the situation too. Are they a low-income person? Maybe this is what they can afford and help them out. Maybe you're not getting extra money in it, but you're getting a reputation. And that's very important when you're doing something like this. I had another one. I planted flowers in the yard for them. I went to work on a building for him and did all the plastering, painting, all that stuff. And then I had another one. I went to rake her yard one day. Before I knew it, I was building her flower beds, the wooden frame for her flower beds down her sidewalk, both of the sidewalks. And then I redid 8 hardwood floors for her. So I just did what I got a client, and I did whatever it was to take care of their needs. And that kept me going. Actually, I did it for like 10 years. So that was awesome. Or even if you just do like that stuff as a side hustle, you get your regular job and then your hours in between. You do these little side hustle things, and it helps get you a little further, but just be very determined and not be lazy about it. You need to put 100% effort into it if you want to make your goal. And I think that's one of the biggest things is to set yourself a goal. What is it I want? A new car, a house, and you just make it happen. And that's my teenage advice. And like as I said, for adults too, but especially in these times when things are getting outrageously priced, it's going to be a big help. But you stay determined, don't get frustrated. I know that's hard, easier said than done. Because there was times that I got, a little frustration too, but I didn't let it stop me, because I'm very tenacious. And that's where you gotta be nowadays. But I hope you like this video. If you like, please hit like and subscribe, and as always, share. Thank you, and you have a blessed day.